Hey everybody, and welcome back once again to Darksiders. I'm Neg Primer, and we are playing Darksiders, which I've already said. I have a habit of doing this, I've noticed. Hey, my dog just whacked me with her tail. And it's interesting, they have this up there, but they don't have like a grate come down, and so it kind of makes you think you can go up there, but you can't. Yeah, these guys, you can see they don't really do much in the way of damage. They're really just kind of annoying. And I'm not gonna try to give any pretense that I don't know what I'm doing in here. But basically, we want to be able to move this thing. And in order to do that, we have to remove those first. And then we raise this, and this is all kind of a weird sequence. Now that we've raised that, we can get this. And so that's a weird, like, 4-step process to hitting that thing. But part of the reason I'm just gonna kind of rush through this and not feel bad is because last time it took me a little too long, and I actually even crashed in the middle of recording it. Oops. Yes, you have to hit the torch before doing this, because those are dead fire bombs. They do not have a lit fuse. But yes, we crashed last time we were recording this, and it still took us like 45 minutes to get through the rest of this. So I'm gonna try to cut down on that some. You can see down here you got 3 angels with their arms held open. That would make, I think it was Sarah McLachlan. That would make Sarah McLachlan happy. Okay, so we got a little bit of goings-ons in here. Basically, we need to get through there. So it is an interesting method to have, oh yeah, that's right, I can't turn this until this. It is an interesting method to have the game, let's just go straight over for this, to have the game detach the camera and show you exactly what's going on there. It's a crutch. It's kind of a leftover from the, really the N64 days, so really the early days of 3D. Yeah, and that's just inert bomb roof. If you guys really want to read those, you can slow down the video and read them, or you can go find some other playthrough. But for the most part, the actual text in those is kind of irrelevant. And it's actually maybe even a little bit confusing at times. When you... One thing I've noticed that a lot of games do, this one's a little bit better than some, but it gives you commands that involve the left stick buttons in particular are always super confusing. This one's a little bit more obvious because it's exactly what it looks like. It's basically a picture. Not quite actually a picture, but basically a picture. Yay! It's almost like I know exactly what I'm doing. It's basically a picture that says 3 on it, I think. It's because it's R3 and L3. So it's a little bit better than I've seen in other games, but other games use kind of a symbol where they try to put it at like an angle, and it kind of just comes across as this weird like hieroglyphic. Oh no, oh no, oh no! I almost forgot that part. Can I throw it? Yes, I can. That part. Okay, now I have to wait. I do have to wait for this to come back over now. But yeah, so it's not readable. That might be fine for those of us that play a lot of video games. But you have to keep in mind that not everybody plays a lot of video games. And at that point, you have two different options. You can say, screw those people. Or you can try to accommodate as many people as possible. And I'm of the opinion that you should generally try to accommodate as many people as possible. But the fact of the matter is, your game, it's too much work to accommodate everyone. I've talked to people about accessibility. I have friends that are differently abled. I know I'm being coy about it. I have friends that are colorblind. Not a huge issue or anything, and you forget about it most of the time. But especially since we are all learning how to make video games together, every once in a while they'll make a comment about why would you make this red, and you'll go, oh yeah, everything looks brown to you. It's a really weird condition. We tend to think of colorblind people as having, as you know, seeing the world in black and white, and that's not true at all. There's a bunch of different kinds of colorblindedness. And basically, it's a matter of confusing different colors. So, in my understanding, I'm not an expert on the subject. I'm not trying to pass myself as an expert out on the subject. If you really want to know about it, you can read up for yourself. But essentially, my understanding is that there are 3 different types of colorblindness. It's basically like red, green. It's basically a matter of which 2 colors you get messed up. Which 2 colors end up looking the same to you. And you can have basically any combination of the 3 different types of colorblindedness. So you can just be, I don't know why I did that. I should probably have done this before doing that. There's that, and then just so we already have it done, there's that over there. But yeah, it's really interesting stuff, and you should try to appeal to as many people as possible. But the bottom line is you cannot make everybody happy. That said, there should be bare minimums that people try to match. Having subtitles in your game in this day and age, how do you not have subtitles in your game? even people that are not deaf like having subtitles on a lot of the time. Let's Players, it's pretty much a must in doing any kind of Let's Play. Okay. I don't remember. That just resets everything back to default, I guess. But that should let me get over here. Take this. Get that. And then this all turns into kind of this cool stairway. So we can get back out. But yeah, accessibility, like I said, try to make it as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. But don't... games are on a budget. Like, you have to make games on a budget. You only have so much time and money. And time is money, so money, lots of money. You only have so much money to put into a game. And making your game accessible will, generally speaking, take away from other areas. Okay, so last time I was in here, the game crashed. It was the game crash, not my PC crashing, but the video itself was unusable. And then when I went back, the whole thing was unusable. Valve noticeably does a really good job of accessibility in their games. They do a pretty good job for colorblind people, for deaf people, or otherwise hearing impaired people. So yeah, last time, let's hope this doesn't crash again. As soon as I got this, that's when the game crashed. Yay! Looks like so far so good. Yeah, okay. And then it auto-saves right after that. So it crashed right before it auto-saved last time. I guess I should be grateful that it didn't crash in the middle of an autosave and end up ruining the whole thing. But it didn't matter in the long run anyways, because I had to go back and do this. But yeah, I'd love to make, like I said, I'd love to make games accessible for everybody. I would love if every game was playable by every person on Earth. But that's just not possible at this stage of technology. Simply the act of making subtitles for my games is hard. A lot of times we as students actually don't even really have time for story. There have been several projects I've worked on that I've had a story in mind, but no time to put it in. Yeah, these bats. Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard another enemy back there. Yeah, it wants me to pull this. It's interesting. One thing I would challenge anybody that's thinking about game design is start when they're playing games. Think about. Oh, jeez, excuse me. Think about how they could have rearranged this room so that when I pulled that trigger, it didn't need to detach the camera and go look over here. Maybe it could have just frozen my camera. Maybe if this was over here, facing this direction, or on the other side even. We'll get to the other side later, but if it was right here, it could lock the camera and force it to rotate until like this point or something. So you could still take the control away from the player without actually detaching the camera, because detaching the camera kind of takes people out of the experience. Which is a crutch. I've done it. It's not the worst thing to do, but it's not the best. Jailer. Mini-boss. This is one I actually, when I was playing through last time, I figured out exactly what to do to him immediately. Because he has those glowing yellow dots on him. Oops, except I got caught up on that. And then he gets cranky. Oh, you dicks. Oh, crap, that might have... Okay. Stopping to actually kill those guys almost got me killed there. Oh no, why can I not? Okay. Yeah, I don't care about that guy. Like, stop trying to make me fight the minions, game. You guys are worthless. You're only there to get in the way. Oh, that's right. It kind of doesn't give me that prompt unless I go up right next to him, which is weird. I do like this animation. So yeah, now I have the glaive, but as you can see, we're not anywhere near back up top. We're actually going even further down. Which is kind of this weird, like... It's largely just kind of weird because we know we have to get up there. That's all we can do. So yeah. Ah, dang it! I forgot that guy's in here. Use some of my wrath abilities. Just rip off his head. Yeah, see, he explodes after a while. But we regain wrath through them. Let's go ahead and do two more things. Let's throw this all the way down there. Then we're gonna do that, that, and I don't think we can get that one from here. Nope. But so this, there's nothing up there. Blue means money. That puts me over 3,000 monies. Guy was just kind of waiting for me there. What a jerk. Okay. That'll raise this so I can actually walk out here, which means I can light the remaining torches, and I don't like the way sensitivity on this works. Because it's super slow. Like this, and then once you get to the edge, it's like raw. But alright. He's getting places. So we raised that. This might look familiar up there. If not, we'll be back there in just one moment. Meanwhile, there's more of these jerks. Stop it. You're all jerks. Yeah, especially you. See, if you don't charge it up, it only goes out for a second. And then, did I feel like I missed something. So I'm gonna run through here again real quick and make sure I didn't. Maybe it wasn't in this area. I thought... Okay. I thought that last time I came through here, it spawned a treasure chest over here that had something in it. Maybe that was a different area? I'm a little bit confused now. Okay. So back to where we killed the jailer. Yeah, game physics are a weird thing because you don't really realize how little you know. But again, both of those, like, just think about how you can rearrange this stuff so that you don't have to take the player out of the action. Because if I could do that, I could see the pillar come up, I could see the gate open, and that alone would tell me where I need to go. So I said I was through here earlier. I said we'd be back, and we are back. And then this. Dun, 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 dun. This does not look. This is not a trap. None of this is a trap. Jerk face. But yeah, the idea of actually having people whose job it is to think about some of the stuff like that, that's actually a fairly recent concept of actually having people whose job it is to think about game design. A lot of these companies, what they've done in the past, or even what they continue to do to this day, is just have the programmers do it. There's actually I can't remember their name, but the company that's just made Fruit Ninja, the company that made Fruit Ninja, just announced that they are laying off all of their designers. So they still have developers, they still have programmers, they still theoretically have artists. And their comment was, their reasoning for hiring them, and they only had 2 at the time, so it's not like they laid off a giant staff. We just don't go out and super pity all these people. But what it is they said that they wanted all of these teams to have a greater role in the creative process, or something like that. Now I gotta fight 2 of these guys, so this is gonna be where this gets a little hard. Not quick enough. Okay, I was hoping I wouldn't take a hit there. Let's fill up. But yeah, that should give you some insight into how much a lot of the industry values designers. They kind of tend to think of designers as, and it's a rather outdated notion. They tend to think of designers as idea people rather than true creative types. And it's outdated. It's a very outdated concept. We are studious by nature. That's not to say I think all designers are great. I actually have a lot of personal conflicts with designers. And even though I am a designer, I find that I actually don't get along with a lot of designers. Let's go ahead and grab this, even though we don't need it, because that's just going to refill our wrath, which we already refilled. But we'll never be coming back here, so... The only reason we came in here is for this key sword. I'm trying to remember why that section is over there. I'm trying to actually think of if I ever get the ability really to go over there. I don't think there's anything there that I can, like, fall through. So maybe that's just dressing, but if so, then why is it on the map? But yeah, I've looked over there in the past, and I can't find any way that I would actually be able to reach over there. But I feel like if I go grab the... Gotta remember which way I'm going. If I go grab the Horde Seeker, the compass, then it will direct me to whether there's a treasure chest back there or not. But even if there is, I'm probably not going to come back for it. Alright, so we have all 3 swords. Move this. Okay, so we're like right at 30 minutes. I tell you guys what, before we end this episode, look at this contraption. Oh yeah, I don't know if it really covered it, but he does at one point, the Watcher at one point says, look at this contraption, it's amazing to think what the humans built or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's what they're saying? What does it say about that?
What is this place?
Yeah, this one.
I have to admit, for a bunch of weaklings, those humans were full of surprises. Who knows what secrets they buried down here?
Right, so the implication being that humans built this area is kind of an interesting one. But yes, we're gonna clean up a few of the little loose ends. So abyssal armor is a special set of armor that once you collect all the pieces, more will change into that. I'm trying to remember if it's just basically the black bit of this, but I also got a Wraithstone there. But we're gonna cut across this. The reason we're not just going back the way we came is because if we go through that door up there, I believe that ceiling grabber thing is just going to grab us as we come through the door. So we got those, and we're also going to cut across to the other side here. Because earlier we saw where I think the Horde Seeker might have been. And we're going to go check on that, which is up over there. It's actually up over, just to my right where I am above now, right above me and to the right. But we have to go around. Let's actually grab this. Yeah, because our health is not quite full. And that's going to be important because we're going to go fight Tiamat in the next episode. Because that's going to be kind of... Come on. Because that's going to be kind of a long fight. Because the only strategy I can find to actually beat her is to kind of turtle her to death unintentionally. Because she's too hard for me to read, essentially. Is that... Can I make this? Okay, I can. But yeah, I see there's a chest over here. But yeah, the only way to get up here is basically now, at this point. So if this is... Yep, this is the Horde Seeker. So now I can see where all the treasure chests I've missed are. And that one is actually just a health. That was in the room with the 3 swords. I saw it as we pulled away. And there is one down here that we missed somehow. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. That one down there, I got it last time. And what it is actually a lifesteal token, which sounds really cool and really useful, but it doesn't let you gain health quick enough to make it worthwhile. I think I'd rather have the damage bonus on this, and then on my sword, what do I have again? Souls for destroying environmental objects. I mean, it's not a big thing, but I think in the long run it's probably more worthwhile. Because it's like you get 3 souls from destroying the park benches as opposed to 2. But alright, so we're actually going to cut it off there for this episode. I know, you're super disappointed, but it has been over 30 minutes. And when we come back, we're going to start right off with fighting Tiamat, the boss. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.